my dear students, welcome back to this miniature school. I believe you are all happy and safe at home. Welcome back to this English session. Okay students, so today we are going to continue with play, that is drama, that we have started in last class. The title of the play is Gopal and the Hilsa fish. Okay, so before continuing the classes, I think I can give some more information about this particular play. So let's start. I tried many websites to know about who is the author of Gopal and the Hilsa fish, because each story, short stories, plays must have a author, or sometimes it can be like anonymous in the sense author unknown. So I tried and most of the answers I got is like unknown author, and from one or two websites I received that the author of the Gopal and the Hilsa fish is Narendra. So the name of the author goes like Narendra Bijwal in. And also I'm not sure the real format of this story, whether it's in play format or in a story format. If it's in play format, then you have to call him as a playwright. Yes, Narendra Bijwal in. And still I'm not sure. So this is extra knowledge. Don't add that with your answers. Narendra Bijwal in. By seeing his name, I think he is from West. I think so. Yeah, he is from West side. I'm not sure. Because we know that Hilsa is a famous fish from Bangladesh. It's popular in India, but it's very much popular in West Bengal. So again, about Hilsa fish, another one information. On the day itself, I said that Ulla mean, maybe you didn't got what fish it is. Actually, Hilsa fish is a river fish. It's a river fish. It's freshwater fish. It's not salt water. Like, we cannot find this Hilsa fish from sea. Actually, it's from river fish. Okay, clear? Okay. Next, another one thing is about drama. So, usually the genre of the drama is divided into comedy, tragedy, and tragicomedy, and more. Today, I am going to tell you about what is meant by tragedy drama and what is meant by comedy. Okay, in drama. So tragedy in the sense, yeah, thus play ends with sad note. That is, ends with sad incident, not a happy ending. So comedy doesn't mean a joke or humor. Actually, comedy in the sense, the play ends with happy note. So this is all about tragedy and comedy. So let's come about our drama. Yeah, it's a comedy. Okay, so let's see a short recap about what we have seen in last class. So we saw about characters and characters in scene 1. Scene 1 we have characters like Gopal Bhatt, Raja Krishna Chandra, and important character, yes, narrator. So then we saw that it's all about Hilsa season, and Raja Krishna Chandra was very much irritated and annoyed with the talk of Hilsa and any other kind of fishes. So he is demanding to Gopal Bhatt, can you please stop Hilsa talk at least for a morning and I will reward you for that. So this is a talk, and we know the of king as well as Gopal Bhatt. Now, yeah, king is like irritated and annoyed. But on the other hand, Gopal is like jubilant because he is very much happy about his reward. Okay, so we saw about 3 vocabularies on that day. What and all? Jester. Jester in the sense, a person who makes people laugh by telling jokes in code. Actually, they are also intelligent people. They make jokes with their wit actually. Okay, jester. Gopal Bhatt was a jester. And then second word, delicacy. Delicacy is something that is rare, expensive, and pleasing to eat. And third, jubilantly. Jubilantly means, yeah, very happily, extreme pleasure, that. Okay, so shall we move to our today's part, that is from scene 2. Actually, I'm not going to complete the whole scene 2. I parted it into 2, and today's class, let's see some part of scene 2, and next class we're going to see the last part of scene 2. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 pages from scene 2 today. Okay, shall we start?
Please turn page number 19 along with me. So first of all, I would like to introduce the character in scene 2. So the characters from scene 2 are narrator, Gopal Da, Raja Krishna Chandra, courtier 1, courtier 2, courtier 3 and Oman. These are the characters in scene 2. We also to know that the characters that comes in scene 1 can also become in scene 2. So narrator is the character that comes in scene 1 as well as scene 2. Now Gopal Bar is also the same. Raja Krishna Chandra is also the same. So these 3 characters from scene 1 again in scene 2. And these are the new characters. Courtier 1, courtier 2, courtier 3 and Umar. I said already, who is meant by courtier? Ministers in court, maybe people in court can be called as courtiers. So please turn page number 19 along with me. So scene 2 from this. First, I said that narrator helps the story to understand better. So narrator, when Raja Krishna Chandra arrived in the court the next morning, he didn't see Gopal anywhere. He was extremely annoyed at Gopal for not having kept his word and being present to stop people from talking about Hilsa. He was afraid that the moment he gave his people a chance to speak, they would start talking about Hilsa and other fishes. Raja Krishna Chandra then noticed an awkward looking woman in the court. See, the narrator is saying the setting of the stage in court. I said already, as the stage setting in court in palace. So now see the next morning. First scene is like yesterday and today scene 2. Now Raja Krishna Chandra came to the court. It is like before the king arrives there, all the courtiers and ministers and even jester must be there before the arrival of king. This is the rules there. So he is also expecting whom? Gopal Bar, because he said to Raja said to Gopal that you have to stop the talking of Hilsa at least for a morning. So he is expecting that. Raja was not happy because he couldn't find Gopal in that court. And now he was afraid because now we know that he was irritated and annoyed with the talk of Hilsa. He like, if I gave any chances for people from court, then they would start talking about Hilsa. He is afraid. And so, he is also annoyed because of Gopal's behavior, that he is not there in court as well as he is not keeping his word. And then, now, he also noticed that a newcomer in that court. Why the newcomer? In the sense, the appearance of the newcomer is little bit different from others. A woman actually, but she doesn't seem like a woman. Okay, she seems like awkward in the sense, a kind of disrespect, a kind of disliking thing. So she seems like somewhat a different creature. So this is what the scene setting. Please imagine that. Okay, let's start. So now the courtiers are whispering and laughing. Whispering in the sense, husky voice, speaking in very low sound, whispering and laughing. Actually, the brackets is very important. That gives the emotion and feeling for the dialogue. So, they are whispering and laughing. They're like, who is this? Is she from our town? They are whispering and laughing. Like, who is she? Is she from our town? Like. And now Krishna Chandra, to himself in the sense, he is not talking by mouth, thinking in mind. To himself, Who is this peculiar woman? She is so big with long, hairy arms and humongous feet. What a bright red saree! No one can see her face because she has covered it with a veil. See, now we have two vocabularies here, fourth vocabulary and fifth vocabulary. And again, I think, do you know the meaning for veil? I believe. Yeah, okay. Let's see about peculiar. Peculiar in the sense strange or odd. Humongous in the sense very big in size. Usually, women's feet are smaller than men's, right? So, yeah. So, a woman must have a small size feet. This feet is like a large feet. Humongous, very large in size. And peculiar in the sense she doesn't fit inside the female features. She seems somewhat odd or strange. And veil in the sense she's hiding his face with a veil. You can see that in this picture. She is hiding her face with a veil. See, she is hiding. Only eyes can be visible. This is what. So now, narrator is saying that the woman swayed like a dancer and her ankle bells made queer tinkling sounds. The courtiers murmured to themselves. Again, see, the narrator is saying that like the woman is swayed in the sense she's dancing, like a dancing in the she's moving. Her movement is like that, not dancing actually. She's swayed like a dancer, and her ankle bell in the sense, anklet in the sense, collusion, right? Ankle bells made queer tingling sound. Queer in the sense, again, it's synonym for peculiar. So it's strange or odd. So if a dancer is dancing or a woman is walking, the sound of the anklet will be rhythmic. That would be seems like good to hear. But her swaying and her movement is like a little bit odd or strange. So again, come. Courtier 1. The courtier murmured to themselves. Courtier 1 is saying, what on earth can this bizarre creature be? He is asking like, what a kind of creature? Is this a human being? Bizarre in the sense, odd. Courtier 2. Does not anyone know? It's like anyone, nobody knows who she is. Courtier 3. No one in our village is brazen enough to dress up like this and walk in this way. Brazen is kind of dare. So it's like brazen in the sense a bold manner without feeling ashamed or embarrassment. So again, seventh vocabulary, it's brazen. Okay, they are saying that from our village, yeah, no one be like this. Somehow she's from some other village. That's their thought. Next page. Again, Courtier 1 is talking that maybe the Nawab from the nearby kingdom has sent her. He is thinking that Nawab in the sense ruler who is ruling a small kingdoms. So maybe from next kingdom she is from. And then Krishna Chandra, curious in the sense he is very curious, very eager to know who she is. And so he is asking that, who are you? Why have you come here? He's curiously asking. And then narrator is explaining the scene to us. We should understand that, right? Now Raja is asking, the woman is not answering. Yeah, she's not answering. That's what narrator is saying. The woman did not reply. Courtier 2, murmuring. So there is a shakiness and cold. She cannot be part of a dance troupe. So the courtier is thinking because of her appearance, she may be from any dance troupe, but she doesn't seem like a member of a dance troupe. She doesn't seem like a dancer. She's an odd creature. So he says that no, she's not from some kind of dance troupe. Then Krishna Chandra gently. See, first he asks in curious manner. Next is like gently. He's actually controlling his annoyment or irritation or something. He's saying that you need not be afraid. Speak up. He is asking her to speak. Now, narrator. The woman pulled the veil even closer to her face. Her glass bangles jingled on her fat wrist. So see, now she is already hiding her face. Wait, now she's like even more closer, like this. She's closed her face more closer, and then now while taking the veil, her bangles jingled in her hand. That's what they mentioned. Fat in the sense, usually the arms for ladies and arms for gents are different, right? So her arms and wrist seems like very different. So that's what he said. Krishna Chandra getting irritated. See, he is getting irritated. Tell me what you want. I have many state matters to look into and you're wasting my time. He's saying that I have many things to do. Now, Coach 3, he is saying that perhaps she is unable to speak, sire. Coach 2, unable to hear and speak. Coach 1, I guess she is an escaped loony. Now people with different thoughts. One is saying that she is dumb. Another one is saying that she is deaf. And another one is saying that she is escaped loony at the vocabulary. So loony in the sense crazy. That means she escaped from mental asylum. He is saying that. Then narrator. Everyone took a wild guess who the woman could be. She stood saying nothing. The only sounds she made was the tinkle of her anklets and the jingle of her bangles. This is as narrator is saying, everyone is thinking on their thoughts, but the woman stood past. She didn't say anything and she didn't show any actions. She is staying still. So I think I can finish today's class here, today's part here, because let's continue this in next class. Okay, we'll complete the play there. So today's time on questions like, whom did the Raja notice in the court? Whom? A woman, a peculiar woman. Who do you think the woman was? What? It's your perspective, right? You have to answer me in this. You have to answer me this in Zoom. Okay? Then, what was the sound that she repeatedly made? What sound? Jingles of her bangles. You can see that here. Her glass bangles jingled on her fat wrist. So the only sound she made is jingles of her bangles. So today's part is this. So let's continue it in next class. I think this video made you understand more and we saw about vocabularies again here. So today's vocabularies are peculiar, humongous, queer, brazen, and loony. So 5 vocabularies. Don't forget this. Okay. Make use of the vocabularies in your sentences. Okay. Okay, children. Meet you all in next class. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.